a 1, a 2, and you know what to do.
Please join me in welcoming Superintendent Dr. Maria Karstarfin, at large, Seat 7 and Board Chair, Mr. Courtney English, Educational District 4 and Board Vice Chair, Ms. Nancy Meister, Educational District 1 Board Member, Ms. Leslie Grant, Educational District 2 Board Member, Mr. Byron Amos, Educational District 3 Board Member, Mr. Matt Westmoreland, Educational District 5 Board Member, Mr. Stephen Lee, Educational District 6 Board Member, Ms. Ishay Collins, at-large Seat 8 Board Member, Ms. Cynthia Briscoe Brown, at-large Seat 9 Board Member, Mr. Jason Estevez, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. David Jernigan, Chief of Schools, Dr. Danielle Dickey, Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Olivine Roberts, Chief Accountability and Information Officer, Mr. Bill Karich, Chief Human Resources Officer, Ms. Pamela Hall, Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Larry Hoskins, Associate Superintendent of High Schools, Dr. Timothy Gatson III, Associate Superintendent K-8 Schools, Dr. Danielle Battle, Associate Superintendent K-8 Schools, Dr. Emily Massey, Associate Superintendent of K-8 Schools, Dr. Gregory Middleton, Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Dr. Jima Whitaker, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Ms. Tammy Workman, and Office of Innovation Executive Director, Ms. Gail Burnett.
remain standing for the presentation of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance led by Desmond Smith, and the national anthem sung by Desiree Martin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the
Good afternoon. To the Atlanta Public Schools Board of Education, the Atlanta Public Schools Senior Executive Leadership, the supportive KIPP Metro Atlanta Region, the patient and fearless faculty and staff, the devoted and amazing parents, the dedicated team and family of KIPP, and the KIPP Atlanta Collegiate Class of 2017, welcome. We are overjoyed to celebrate this momentous occasion at KAC. Since our doors opened in 2011, we have had a vision for the future of its students and staff, a vision for the potential heights that we would be able to climb. And we have now reached the peak of triumph. We have excelled beyond our vision, and now it is time for you, class of 2017, to lay the path to your future. As so eloquently declared by former President Barack Obama, as tough as things have been, I am convinced that you are tougher. I've seen your passion, I've seen your service, I've seen a generation of eager, impatient even, to step up into the rushing waters of history and change its course. The class of 2017 embodies this quote, and we are confident that they will continue to do so throughout their lifetime. Through honor, humanity, innovation, tenacity, and unity, KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's class of 2017 graduates have proven to the community, Metro Atlanta, Georgia, and the world that their vision for the future is nothing but success. We are here to honor the class of 2017 for what they have done and what they will continue to do as high school graduates bound for a lifetime of accomplishment. Please join me in welcoming Dominique David, Student Government Association President, who will be attending Alabama A&M this fall.
We are excited that you are able to join us for this awesome celebration. We have a few requests regarding the ceremony. First, we ask from any flash photography or recording during the ceremony. We have a professional photographer who will take pictures of all students as they receive their diplomas, which will be available to you at a later date. We additionally ask that you refrain in your seats for the entire ceremony. We understand each family is proud of their graduate, but we do ask that you refrain from using noisemakers or making noises that interrupt the program as students walk across the stage. Finally, we request that you please silence your cell phones. We thank you for helping us ensure that this graduation ceremony is special for each one of our graduating students. Will Smith once said, "Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present or may not ever exist. That is near insanity. Do not misunderstand me. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. We are warriors, and we will not be fearful of what the future holds. Warriors stand strong and fight for what they want to accomplish, no matter of the obstacles we face. The meaning of warriors to the class of 2017 embodies creativity, perseverance, determination, and overall go-getters. We are the kind of class who will take on our new journeys head on and continue to utilize our tenacious spirit as we conquer our new lives outside of high school. As we embark on our new journeys, we must keep the same characteristic of that inner warrior that was instilled in us these past 4 years. We must remember all that we have accomplished these past 4 years and continue to encourage ourselves as we embark on our journey into the real world. I must say that I am extremely proud to be in this class of 2017. And I know that our success stories will be looked at for years to come. So to my fellow warriors, I say that it is time for us to stand proud of our accomplishments and to take on new challenges that will help us to continue to flourish. Remember that the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's unforgettable class of 2017 will always carry the presence of the class that does too much and just enough. Be the change, the voice, and the future for tomorrow, because we will forever be warriors. Again, welcome, and please enjoy the celebration.
We are pleased to have with us today our Superintendent, Dr. Maria Karstarfin. Dr. Karstarfin came to Atlanta in July of 2014 with nearly 20 years of education and experience in diverse major metropolitan public school districts, including Austin, Texas, St. Paul, Minnesota, and the District of Columbia. She brought with her a focus on educational culture with great principals and teachers who emphasize the whole child in every child. Since becoming our superintendent, Dr. Karstarfin has been passionate about leading Atlanta Public Schools and living its mission every day. With a caring culture of trust and collaboration, every student will graduate ready for college and career. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Karstarfin.
Family, friends, teachers, neighbors, friends of all the graduates of this 2017 class, welcome as we celebrate KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's most outstanding students. On this day, graduation day, we are indeed living the mission of Atlanta Public Schools to ensure our kids are college and career ready. But KIPP is quite special. They do so much more than that. They get them ready to graduate on time, but they also see you to and through college, which is a beautiful thing, and it prepares you for life. While they are our students, we know they are your babies, your sons, your daughters, godchild, grandchild, brother or sister. But they'll be walking across this stage today in their beautiful flying purple, green, and gray colors. And in this moment, we're all family, cheering our children into the future. So as the superintendent of Atlanta Public Schools, I can honestly say that not only I, but my school board, your school board, and the people that look out for you every single day are here to support you. I'd like to introduce the chair, Courtney English, vice chair, Nancy Meister, Leslie Grant, Matt Westmoreland, Cynthia Briscoe Brown, and Ishay Collins, who all fought to approve and ensure that KIPP could be part of the Atlanta Public Schools family and our rich portfolio of options. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about some of the other people we love who help us make this happen for KIPP and Atlanta Public Schools. The Executive Director of Innovation and Development, Gail Burnett, and last but not least, the Deputy Superintendent for Atlanta Public Schools, my boy and your founder, David Jernigan. We love the energy and the spirit of the leadership here. Our colleagues have such respect for your leaders. Would you please recognize the KIPP Executive Director, Kinnari Patel-Smythe, and your principal, Dave Howland. Stand up, be recognized. Thank you so much for all of your leadership and support. As we prepare to confer the diplomas today, I am always encouraged by the KIPP motto, work hard, work hard, work hard. You've truly embodied what that means. Alone and apart, we know that you've accomplished so much in your time at KIPP. I want to share with you, your families and your friends, the academics, athletics, arts, and citizenship that you continuously demonstrate, and that shows us what type of citizens you're going to be in this world. They will make their mark on this world, and the world will be a better place for it. Among you, we have individuals, so when we say, you say, you got it? Warriors! Ow. Do it again. Warriors! Ow. You got it. Two of the graduates today, the valedictorian Elijah Marbury and Stavon Griggs, both earned more than $1 million in scholarships. Kwesi Jones is not only your salutatorian, but your posse scholar. Otis Odom and Denorda Hall both made all-region team for football and have received football scholarships. In addition, Otis placed 9th in the state in the 400 meters. Please recognize all other senior football players. Deja Green, captain of the volleyball and soccer squads, made the all-region team for volleyball and was selected for the Positive Athlete Award. Would all other senior athletes please stand? There are young women who cheer them on. Your senior cheerleaders are Taylor Anderson, Anicia Harris, and Keosha Cleveland. Sounds of Royalty members, that outstanding band. Ahmad Walker earned music scholarships to college, and Desmond Smith earned academic scholarships. Desmond clocked in the most community service hours with an amazing 570 hours. And there are students, please stand, who also did twice as much in their community service hours. Please rise. Also, in the spirit of service, I have to recognize the founder and president of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's first community service club. It's called KAC Cares. Lyric Hawkins, please stand. She worked to raise the awareness of human trafficking in Atlanta, mental illness, and police brutality in the Black community, which led her to be honored as the Atlanta In-Town 20 Under 20. As you can see, they really do live the mission, and I'd like to recognize 79 seniors. They all earned the Achieve Atlanta Scholarship. As you move into the world, KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, I want to remind you to please keep your warrior spirit. The adults who work at KIPP, the 3,000 teachers and administrators, gather each year to plan and learn and actually recharge their passion for education. And actually last summer, I got to hang out with all those cool people. They came to Atlanta in a conference called Better Together. And I had the opportunity to actually see that warrior spirit, what KIPP is all about and what it means when they all come together. I know this, warriors stand together, they fight together, and they fight for what's right, and they push on to accomplish their dreams. Even if you go off to distant schools, straight into the workforce or the military, you take the KIPP spirit and the warrior spirit with you. Was it analytic geometry that stumped you, or that AM-Lit assignment that kept you up half the night that even your parents called me about, and I'm just the superintendent? Whatever it was that made you get through it, make sure you take those memories and those skills with you, because what you've learned at KIPP will make you an outstanding citizen in our community. You have a deep, deep commitment instilled in you in part because of the teaching staff at KIPP. I'd like to recognize them, and I'd like you to recognize them. Would all the staff members of KIPP Collegiate please rise to get our final, please rise. You got this? Now you have a job to do. You have to use your voice, speak your truth, use your mind to create more good in the world. And when you falter, reach out to your fellow warriors because you are and always be better together. On behalf of Atlanta Public Schools, with enormous pride, I say to you, the graduating class of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, congratulations and good luck. We love you and we will miss you for all you've done to make Atlanta Public Schools great.
Good afternoon. My name is Quasey Jones, and it is my honor to be standing before you all today on the culmination of KAC's Class of 2017's high school career. Now, I will not fill your ears with the cliche that just yesterday we were freshmen stepping into this unfamiliar world called high school. On behalf of our senior class, let me be the first to tell you that it does not seem like just yesterday. It surely feels like 4 years, if not more. But in these 4 years, we have all grown exponentially. And I don't mean height-wise, because as you can see, I surely have not. I mean that we have all had unique and shared experiences that have allowed us to grow out of bad habits of the past and enter our elevated selves. Now, it has not been easy. No, it has actually been quite difficult, and I commend us all for persevering. But as Frederick Douglass once said, without struggle, there is no progress. Choices are truly what have always and will always continue to dictate our lives. 13th century Persian poet Rumi most eloquently described the essence of choice when he said, "Both the demonic and angelic spirits present us with objects of desire to awaken our power of choice." In just a few months, we aren't going to have someone hovering over our heads advising us to do the right thing. It'll be up to us to make those decisions for ourselves. We are going to have to decide whether we are going to hit the clubs or hit those books. We are going to have to decide whether to turn up all night or turn up to class on time. We are going to have to decide whether we're going to spend the day getting lit or spend the day studying that lit literature. Yeah. Come on. Y'all don't hear me. Okay. We have witnessed firsthand what greatness comes about through good decision-making and hard work from our current and former teachers, faculty, and staff. While many of us didn't realize it, every day we saw these teachers, we were witnessing firsthand the physical manifestations of hard work, compassion, tenacity, innovation, grit, and unity. From Ms. Holmes, I learned that one should strive to live at the intersection of intellect and creativity. From Ms. Vo, I learned that as a citizen of the world, we have a duty to keep a critical eye on the media. With these lessons and more bestowed upon us from the minds of our great teachers and staff, we will be equipped to conquer the world. And with the friendships we have developed along the way, including mine with Nadia Patterson, Elijah Marbury, and Desmond Smith, we will go out and take control of the world, educationally, of course. But it would be a crime for me to forget the immeasurable contribution of our parents and families. Your constant support, day in and day out. Your patience, your ability to stick with us even when we refuse to wash the dishes and clean our rooms. Your love for us, even when we are hard-headed and won't listen. Your understanding, even when we can't seem to stay out of trouble. All of these things helped us to be able to make it to the stage today. I would like to take a second publicly to give my utmost thanks and gratitude to my very own parents, Gina Golden Jones and Dr. Lee Jones. Yes, clap it up. My dear mother, allowing me and my sister to bear witness to your pure heart and entrepreneurial spirit has showed us that kindness coupled with passion are the main ingredients in the recipe for success. My father, since before I could talk, you were impressing upon me the age-old lessons from our great African-American leaders. But the greatest lesson I learned was from watching you, that a passion for learning and a service mentality will undoubtedly lead to greatness. Now, let me declare the duty that we, the class of 2017, and everyone in this room owes to the world. Each and every one of us has an obligation to be the products of the greatness our ancestors have always achieved, even in the most ruthless adversity. The Akan people of West Africa live by the philosophy of the Sankofa. They express the Sankofa through the saying, Sewo were fina wo Sankofa ayenkiyi. This translates to, it is not wrong to go back and fetch that which you have forgotten. Now, we may have forgotten that in the absence of modern technology, our ancestors built the pyramids. Or we may have forgotten that in the jarring era of slavery, our ancestors maintained our culture and dignity. We may have forgotten that in the depths of segregation and Jim Crow, our ancestors declared our constitutional rights to the world. But we will not forget to invoke the spirits of our ancestors, our parents, our teachers, our family, and our friends to fulfill the purpose that has been set out for us. Lastly, with the disproportionate murders of our young black men and women by the police, and with the increasingly tense political climate, our community, our country, our world needs saviors. Ladies and gentlemen, we are those saviors. We must be. Class of 2017, whether we are going to college or the armed forces or taking up some other vocational track, please keep in mind the duty you owe to this world. Never succumb to the discouragement of others or the belief that your life's work is somehow inferior to another's. I say to you that it is not what you do that makes you better or worse, it is the manner in which you do it. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you can't be a pine at the top of the hill, be a shrub in the valley. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or fail. Just be the best of whatever you are. Thank you.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, administrators in the class of 2017. My name is Elijah Marbury, and I am honored to be recognized as the class of 2017's valedictorian at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate High School. Ever since I can remember, I was known as the smartest kid in the classroom. As a child, I was a voracious reader. I loved doing rudimentary science labs. I enjoyed solving math equations, and I relished in learning about historical facts. Because of this, I never had to put serious thought into overcoming hardships or setting goals for myself, as I sailed effortlessly through elementary and middle school. My journey at KIPP began when I came to KIPP Strive in the 8th grade. I remember being extremely anxious because I was the new student that would grab everyone's attention. Although it was an uncomfortable situation at first, I quickly adjusted to my new environment and even made friends that I still have to this day. I thought that coming to Strive would be the last big adjustment that I would have to make for a long time. So imagine my surprise when I matriculated into high school, which opened up a vast sea of new opportunities as well as hardships. Almost immediately after stepping into KAC, I experienced something I was unaccustomed to: struggle. I struggled with getting to class on time, learning to play an instrument, and managing the workload that came with my classes. I even struggled with earning my first and last B in Mr. Washington's class, which made me consider fighting him. However, I realized that struggle has a refining quality. It forces you to set goals to become a more polished version of yourself. Pablo Picasso once wrote, "Our goals can only be reached through a vehicle of plan in which we must fervently believe and upon which we must vigorously act." There is no other route to success. Since my 9th grade year, the class of 2017 have set a variety of goals for ourselves. Some goals that I've accomplished include maintaining a 4.0 GPA, getting the highest ACT score in KAC history, and leaving behind a legacy as a leader and model student within KAC's community. As an entire class, we have demonstrated our superb leadership skills, both inside and outside of KAC's walls. Whether it was leading the football team to its first ever playoff season, bringing home cheerleading trophies, or traveling internationally with the band, the class of 2017 has made an indelible impact on KAC's community. Our SGA president, Dominique David, is a 5-strong scholar. Our salutatorian, Quincy Jones, is a Posse scholar. We have earned scholarships to Clark Atlanta, Jackson State, and the University of Pennsylvania, to name a few. The class of 2017 has exhibited an immense amount of tenacity and character during our time at KAC. We are all united by a common goal, and that goal is success. Whether it's becoming lawyers, physicians, teachers, artists, researchers, or writers, we all possess a tunnel vision that is fixed on our aspirations. As we go forward from today, I want to urge all of my classmates to never lose sight of what is truly important. And what is truly important is what you want for yourself. Continue to be a source of positivity to those around you, just as you all were sources of positivity to me throughout high school. Do not let anyone deter you from your objectives, because the distractions you experience within KAC's walls will only multiply in the real world. Lastly, remember to just have fun and soak in every single moment you experience from this day on. I want to give this speech by giving special thanks to people who made my journey through high school easier. Ms. Vo, Ms. Havarian, both Havarian sisters, and Ms. Klein, thank you for supporting me in my schoolwork and being mother figures inside of KAC's building. Mr. Washington, thank you for showing me that I will not always be the best at everything I do, and reminding me that doesn't mean I have the option of quitting. I also want to thank you for providing me with so many life-changing experiences, such as traveling with the United Nations headquarters, South Africa, and Trinidad with the band. Mr. City, Bad Boys, and DOC, thank you for being a family to me. My closest friends, Nadia, Desmond, Jorian, Stavon, Jax, Deontay, Camelia, Donovan, Leilani, Haley, and Miana, and Chelsea. Thank you for constantly supporting me and sticking by my side through the ups and downs. Lastly, I would like to thank my mom, aunts, uncles, and both of my grandmothers for always sacrificing to make sure I had what I needed to succeed, as well as putting my desires before theirs. Class of 2017, Oscar-winning actress Meryl Streep once said, "This is your time, and it feels normal to you, but really there is no normal. There's only change and resistance to it, and then more change." As we leave out these doors today, know that the journey ahead will be filled with unfamiliarities. It will require us to make changes so that we can settle into our new realities of being on our own in the real world. Life is going to be stressful and frightening at times, but it will also be beautiful. Thank you.
Good afternoon. The salutatorian is the second highest academic honor. The chosen student has the second highest ranking based on grade point average in the graduating class. Please join me in applauding Quincy Jones, who will be attending Brandeis University in the fall. Quincy, please stand to be recognized. The valedictorian is the highest academic honor one can attain. The chosen student has the highest ranking based on grade point average in the graduating class. Please join me in applauding Elijah Marbury, who will be attending the University of Pennsylvania in the fall. Elijah, please stand to be recognized. Elijah is also KAC's Class of 2017 STAR student. The STAR program is designed to recognize high school seniors who have the highest SAT score in their graduating class and meet all of other program requirements. Congratulations. Dale Scholars are students who demonstrate their desire and ability to overcome barriers and to achieve their goals. KAC's Dale Scholar is Nadia Patterson. Please stand to be recognized. The Atlanta Journal Cup is awarded to a senior who demonstrates leadership qualities, is active in the community, and has a winning attitude. Please congratulate Lyric Hawkins for being awarded the AJC Cup. Please stand to be recognized. The National Honor Society is the nation's premier organization established to recognize outstanding high school students. Scholars who are members of this prestigious organization are adorned with a white bib embroidered with the National Honor Society logo. All National Honor Society members, please stand. The mission of the Beta Club is to promote the ideals of academic achievement, character, service, and leadership among elementary and secondary school students. Scholars who are members are draped with a gold stole embroidered with the Beta Club logo. Members of this prestigious club, please stand. Achieve Atlanta's vision is that all students educated in Atlanta Public Schools will complete post-secondary education and obtain the full benefits a higher education provides. Scholars who are recipients of this scholarship are draped in a blue, orange, and white cord. Recipients of the Achieve Atlanta Scholarship, please stand. Move On When Ready is a program that gives academically outstanding high school students an opportunity to enroll in undergraduate college courses. Students can enroll in the program to earn both high school and college credits. Students who are in the Move On When Ready program are presented with a gold cord. Students in this program, please stand. The top 10%. Students in this category represent the top 10% of the class of 2017 based on grade point average. KAC recognizes those scholars by presenting them with a white cord. With the top 10%, please stand. Perfect attendance. This year, we recognize 2 seniors who have the best attendance record. These scholars come to school daily with a positive attitude and a zest for learning. Zachary Curtis and Gennaro Jewell, please stand to be recognized. KIPP Atlanta Collegiate recognizes 1 scholar yearly to receive the Warrior Award. The student is selected by the principal. The 2017 Warrior Award goes to Lyric Hawkins. Please stand to be recognized. Georgia's Zell Miller Scholarship is available to Georgia residents who have demonstrated academic achievement. Scholars that have been awarded the Zell Miller Scholarship, please stand. We recognize the scholars who have earned 21 or higher on the ACT and scholars who have earned 1,500 or more on the SAT. Scholars who meet this categorization, please stand to be recognized. Georgia's Hope Scholarship is available to Georgia residents who have demonstrated academic achievement. The scholarship provides money to assist with their educational costs of attending a Hope-eligible post-secondary institution located in Georgia. Scholars that have been awarded the Hope Scholarship, please stand. Lastly, the class of 2017 has been awarded over $12 million in scholarships. All scholars that have been awarded scholarships, please stand. Join me in congratulating all of the hard work and diligence exemplified by KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's class of 2017. Mrs. Patel Smythe serves as the Executive Director of KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools, where she first served as Chief Academic Officer for 3 years. It is with great pleasure that I welcome Mrs. Kennery Patel Smythe to address our class of 2017.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Dr. Sheffield, for that introduction. My name is Kennery Patel Smythe, and I have the distinct honor to be our region's executive director, where together we educate over 3,000 students in the Metro Atlanta area. Today is one of my most special and favorite days, and it's when we get a chance to step back and look and celebrate all of the accomplishments that you've made over the last several years. Today you'll begin a new chapter and close out an old one. We're also proud of you for reaching each of these accomplishments on your way to and through college. I know there are a lot of people here today who have been instrumental in supporting the class of 2017 throughout school. And I want to give a huge shout out to all of the family members, friends, team members at schools, teachers, support staff, and everybody else who's been along your side during this journey. Thank you. As you scholars prepare for the next chapter in life, I want to share a few thoughts with you. Some of these may sound a little familiar, and I've realized throughout my life that everything you learn continues to take on new levels of meaning as you grow, mature, and have new life experiences. 3 lessons, here we go. First, you are part of an incredible team and family. This is a term that we use a lot within KIPP, but I hope you'll take a moment to look around you, to look at the many faces of this team and family that are here with you today. No one is successful alone. You've all had loved ones, teachers, and many other team members who have helped you get here. And in college, it's going to be more important for you to have a team. Don't worry, this team and family will always be here for you, every step of the way. But please take the time to be intentional about growing your team and family, your own support system, as you take this next step. Second, work hard and be nice. We say this so much that I worry sometimes we don't take the time to think about what these few words really mean. You've all worked so hard to get here. And in college, you'll be working even harder. It'll be absolutely worth it. But at the same time, your character is just as important. All of those character strengths that we talk about so much at KIPP, like grit and social intelligence, zest and gratitude, will be even more important in college. You'll learn new things, meet new people, and have new experiences and grow as a person. Throughout it all, let your character shine through. Third, build a better tomorrow. Your next chapter will be amazing and hard and lots of fun. It'll be life-changing. Take advantage of every opportunity that you'll have to continue to build a strong foundation that you've already got in place. Keep your focus on why you're attending college, both when you struggle and when things are going great. This experience will help you build a better tomorrow and open doors that you may not even know exist today. Don't ever lose sight of that. So, as you celebrate this very special milestone, know that your team and family is always here for you. Remember to work hard and be nice, and take every opportunity to build an amazing future. To the class of 2017, congratulations.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that meant something that I left behind.
When I leave this world, I leave no regrets. I leave something to remember so they won't forget.
I was here, I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I live each day until I die, and know that I meant something in somebody's life.
The hearts that I touch will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did,
I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just wanted you to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought one some happiness, left this world a little better just because I was here. I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here.
Good afternoon. I am Dave Howland. I'm the founding principal of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, and I've had the remarkable pleasure of leading this class of students for the past 4 years. I would like to thank Dr. Karstarfin, Mr. Jernigan, the members of the Atlanta Board of Education, as well as Ms. Kinnery Patel-Smythe and our board chair, Mr. Craig Jones, for helping us today and getting to this wonderful point. And finally, I would like to recognize all the staff members of KIPP Metro Atlanta, both past and present, and the amazing faculty of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate who have helped the kids on their journey to this place so far. But while the adults on this stage and the audience can take a lot of credit for what happened today, I would be remiss if I did not recognize all of the amazing family members, friends, and community supporters who have been central figures in the development of these amazing students long before they arrived at KAC and long after they leave our halls. Class of 2017, please take this moment to thank the amazing parents that brought you into this world and are supporting you all the way through. So now, to the epic class of 2017, it is time to say goodbye. However, before we shake hands for one final time, I would like to reflect a little bit on what makes you guys so epic. To start with, your epic nature may come from the innovative spirit and your tireless way of doing things in your own special way. You were the final class to come to KAC before we had seniors, and to that end, you decided that in the absence of any defined traditions, that you would simply find a way or make one. As I was reflecting back upon our 4 years, I started looking back through some pictures that we took at Emory University 4 years ago as freshmen. Now, during our time at Emory, we do a little bit of a scavenger hunt around the university, and one of the things you're supposed to do is to take a picture with a mummy. Now, most students go ahead and go to the Carlos Museum and take a selfie next to the cage. However, the bad boys of Mr. City's advisory decided to wrap one of their teammates with toilet paper. In fact, when I looked at the picture, I couldn't actually recognize which of our graduates was underneath all that sheets of white. Perhaps your epic nature comes from the fact that this class simply did things bigger and better than any KAC class has ever done before. To be clear, we have always had homecoming at KAC and elections, but never before have we seen campaigning like the class of 2017. I can distinctly remember walking up to school at 7:15 in the morning the first day of campaigning and seeing Lyric Hawkins' face on every flat surface of the school. So after that came the banners, the food giveaways. There were t-shirts, elementary students campaign in front of the school. There were Uber rides, and if I'm not mistaken, our very own mayor may have endorsed Marquise. You have made yourself known across the school and throughout our programming. We have had varsity athletics at KAC for 4 years, but this year, led by many members of the epic class of 2017, every single sports team made it to the postseason, and our football team and girls soccer team were regional runners-up. In fact, in sports, even the way you celebrated was unique. It wasn't enough just to gain those victories on the field. Late at night, after the game was done, the Goon Squad took to Twitter to boast about their accomplishments and talked about how they should be hyped up for the next game. All this hard work was also paid off because the class of 2017 received more scholarship money for athletic scholarships than any other class of Warriors that has graduated from our school. When I reflect back upon our 4 years, I believe that your epic nature is most impressively demonstrated through the way that you pulled together as a class to deal with hardship and adversity. It was only 3 weeks into your freshman year when the KAC community had to face the tragic loss of our teammate Shantia. That tragedy challenged the entire school to cope with the grief that comes with the loss of a child. But for you, you had to deal with the loss of a friend. I will be forever grateful for the strength you demonstrated in the weeks and months that followed this terrible event. Even though you were only freshmen, you pulled together and demonstrated the maturity far beyond your years, and you helped our community to heal. So it is now time for you to take your epic reputation to the college, the military, and work. Whether you're going to Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Maine, Indiana, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Missouri, Michigan, New York, Texas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Virginia, Florida, Wisconsin, or even staying right here in Georgia, you should take your talents, your passion, and your unique style to lead and represent your high school, your community, and the city. At KAC, we pride ourselves as being a close-knit team and family that stands together in the hard times, celebrates together in the good times, and works to uphold our values of honor, unity, tenacity, innovation, and humanity. Along with the many fine memories that you will take from KIPP Atlanta Collegiate when you leave, focus especially on the moments and experiences that have reinforced your tenacity and your unity. These two values are at the heart of the warrior spirit: the grit to overcome obstacles and the need to have a team to support you along the way. These values will support you, they will sustain you, and they will help ensure that today is not the end of a journey, but rather a springboard to a life of adulthood, of choice and opportunity. I will close today with some words that I think are particularly appropriate for the epic nature of the class of 2017. You are coming of age in a time with social media where so many of your peers are defining themselves through a Twitter profile, a Snapchat post, or a number of likes on their Instagram page. While this climate may support your continued connection across many miles and even state borders, I will caution you to be wary of always looking externally for approval and encouragement. The famous UCLA basketball coach John Wooden once said, "Be more concerned with your character than your reputation." Your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. I have no doubt about the true character of these remarkable graduates on this stage today. Through your words and your actions, I know that the future of our nation is in good hands, as all of you will mature and take on roles of leadership across industries. And no doubt that through your continued achievements, you will build a remarkable reputation, but never be confused about what will truly sustain you. Having integrity and focusing on maintaining your strong character will always lead you in the right direction and enable you to reach your goals and your aspirations. As you leave today as graduates of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, you will continue to build upon a legacy of greatness that is being upheld on college campuses across this country. You will go to the college or military in the workplace and show through your actions how your character is a true representation of your greatness and your epic sensibilities. Congratulations, graduates, on all of your many achievements, and good luck. Now is the part we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas.
Donovan Kanita. Kadrin Trammell. Quantavius Harper. Jalen Trimble. Jordan Walker. Christian Fleming. Frankiria Bartholomew. Jonathan Johns. Kamari Thomas. Asim Hudson. Judah Daythorn. Torrico Barnett. Marquise Johnson. Dorian Jordan. Mecca James. Gabriel Chen. Qualo Davis. Chellis Ladson. Derek Harden. Rihanna Glenn. Darius Frost. Sydney Smith. Quentin Hill. Anasia Harris. Deronda Hall. Cortland Davis. Taylor Anderson. Justin Walker. Kaylin Trammell. Desiree Martin. Tachancia Briggs. Janero Jewell. Kaleem Bennett. Barbara Van Winkle. Alexis Anderson. Astaria Parlati. Kalia White. You know I want to say bye. Anthony Phillips. Jael James. Dominique David. Deja Green. Malachi Wright. Elijah Colson. Alonze DeGrasse.
Nyela Zimmerman. Santeria Harris. Ariel Brown. Ernesto Chavez. Ahmad Walker. Janae Bailey. Camelia Trice. Solomon Bardea. Mario Cruz. Ariana Berthay. Chelsea Page. Kiosha Cleveland. Zaria Porter. Kai Patterson. Taylor Watts. Zaria Mathis. Gabrielle Haynes. Brandon Perry. Quatez Walker. Jasmine Moses. Kayla Dunlap. Kayla Holsey. Rokia Brantley. Jordan Clark. Jacoris Lamar. Sydney Turner. Kanaya Stepp. Alec Harris. Quandarius Keene. Alyssa Ellis. Ray Lawrence. Desmond Smith. Caleb Lloyd. Deontay Sandoval. Jalen Williams. Ronika Pope. Raven Warren. Otis Odom. Zachary Curtis. Jasmine Campbell. Renee Dillard. Stavon Griggs. William Ross. Candace Geis. Nadia Patterson. Ayan Robinson. Natavius Lewis. Lyric Hawkins. Elijah Marbury. Quasi Jones.
The class of 2017.
KAC, we sing to thee, strong unity and tenacity. We have honor in all that we do, innovation to try something new, humanity to touch the community. KIPP Atlanta Collegiate alma mater. What you say? 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 KIPP Atlanta Collegiate alma mater.
Mr. Craig Jones, Board Chair of KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools, our students have successfully completed our approved course of study and satisfied all requirements for the high school graduation as prescribed by KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools Board of Directors and in accordance with the state of Georgia.
In witness whereof and on the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby declare the 2017 KIPP Atlanta Collegiate Class as graduates duly awarded a certified diploma. Taylor Anderson and Otis Odom, please come forth to lead your classmates in the turning of the tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the KIPP Atlanta Collegiate Graduating Class of 2017.
You want to say it again?